Have you ever noticed, the more you try to win her over, the faster she slips away? You text more, plan more, invest more, and somehow, she becomes colder. It doesn't make sense, until you understand this one truth: a woman isn't repelled by effort, she's repelled by need. She senses it, the slightest crack in your frame. The moment you start trying to earn her, instead of embodying who you are, the attraction dies, quietly, and completely, not because she's heartless, because you've surrendered your center, you've stopped being the mountain, and started becoming the follower. Real influence doesn't come from proving yourself, it comes from presence, from poise. From letting go of the need to be chosen. A woman isn't drawn to words, she's drawn to energy, the stillness you carry when everything in her life is chaos. You don't gain ground by chasing her footsteps, you draw her in by walking your own path, unapologetically. This is the discipline of Stoicism, not a strategy to manipulate, but a code to master your inner world. The Stoics didn't persuade, they didn't chase. They simply lived with such grounded conviction, that others leaned closer, just to feel the calm. That's your power, not dominance. But detachment, not control. But clarity, because here's the truth most men never face: when you need her to validate you, you've already lost her respect. Need creates fear, fear creates instability, and instability makes her feel unsafe, emotionally, psychologically, instinctually. But when you're detached, when you want her, but don't depend on her, that's when you become something rare, unshaken, unaffected, unforgettable. She'll start asking, why doesn't he react? Why isn't he chasing? Why is he so composed? That curiosity turns into attraction. Want her to think about you, stop thinking about her, shift your focus to your craft, your mission, your mind. Want her to miss you, protect your time, make your presence sacred, let her feel the cost of your absence, because when you don't adjust your path for her, you force her to decide whether she can walk it with you, and that is true leadership. Most men, they fold under pressure, one cold message, and they double text, one delay, and they panic, one disagreement, and they apologize for having a spine. But you observe, you respond with stillness, you move with reason, not emotion. That unpredictability, it keeps her drawn in. She expects noise, you give silence. She expects reaction, you offer control. This is how you become magnetic without performing. By being solid. When others melt, every relationship has a frame, the invisible line that determines who leads. Most men surrender it, they mirror her moods, they adapt to her rhythm, and wonder why they lose her interest. But a Stoic man doesn't bend, he doesn't need to, he knows, she doesn't want to lead, she wants to feel the peace of being led. So you set the tone, you define your values, you hold your line, not with ego, not with anger, but with quiet certainty. She tests your limits. You don't flinch, she plays hot and cold, you remain steady, and the deeper your standards are rooted in purpose, not validation, the more powerful they become, because she doesn't crave another performer. She craves consistency, she wants to trust your center, not be asked to fix it. You want power, stop chasing attention, start building presence. She pulls away, let her. She gets moody, let her. Don't reward confusion with energy, reward clarity with time. That silence you offer, that pause, that's the echo she'll hear at 2 a.m., and that's when she starts reaching. This isn't about outsmarting her. It's about outgrowing your need to be needed, because when you embody strength, peace, and purpose, you don't have to say much, your energy speaks. Every morning, remind yourself, what can I control today? Where can I lead with silence instead of words? What mission must I serve, no matter who stays or leaves? Then act, train, discipline your emotions, not for her, but for the man you're becoming. And when she feels your depth, not because you flaunted it, but because you are it, she won't want to let go, because you didn't beg, you didn't bend, you simply chose your path. And let her decide if she's strong enough to follow. This is Stoic power, not loud, not aggressive, but steady, and unshakable. And in a world full of noise, the man who moves in silence becomes unforgettable.